What's going on, guys? How we doing? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, hit that like button, share this. This is all thanks to Nintendo Direct for kicking me in the butt and saying, you need to get another channel help session going. And it's been way too freaking long. Way too freaking long. I tell you guys, man. Man, oh man. I'm running a little late. I know it's 4:01. I was watching, before I loaded this up, there was a video from the Philip Muslin guy. Let me see. From IGN that just got let go. And he just did a video response. Have you guys seen this yet? Probably not, because it just posted like 15 minutes ago.
I'm not really sure where to start, because there's a lot that I need to say. But if you're watching this video, then you probably already...
How's the audio, by the way? Can you guys hear me okay?
And now you're waiting for my side of the story. So, here it is. I take complete ownership over what happened with the Dead Cells review. There were a lot of circumstances surrounding it, but at the end of the day, I was the editorial lead on it. It's
pretty nuts.
So, if anything, that makes it my responsibility. My review process...
Yeah, Lukester, how you been, man? Long time. Long time. Great to see you, dude.
Working as a professional.
The video is soft. Okay, let me turn it up.
And the formula stays the same for whatever product I'm
Is that better?
I do,
or do you need the video audio up better?
About it, whether it's a game, a product, or an event, I try to look at all resources that I have available to me before I start formulating my own critical opinions so that I can offer the most cohesive possible review. The bottom line is that what happened with the Dead Cells review was not at all intentional. So, with that said, I just want to apologize.
What's up, Jake Randall? What's up,
IGN
Super Andrew?
All of the undeserved
Retro Sean. How's everyone doing?
Have been sparked in their credibility as
better than Philip, I'm assuming.
Games media. I mean,
Chris 16-bit. Hello, hello. Howdy, crowdy.
And the last thing that I ever wanted to do was disappoint any of them or put any of them in a bad place.
I wish Super Andrew. That thing's going to be so overpriced.
Very talented, hardworking, and creative people at IGN, and each and every one of them deserves praise for the great content
here's the thing, Nintendo.
Every single day.
Let me do this,
the
actually.
utmost love and respect for everyone
there. Is that
there.
better?
So just please, don't swarm them with any mean and undeserved.
Let's see if I can make it bigger
attention.
than that. Hold on.
I'd also like to apologize to Motion Twin, the developers of Dead Cells.
There we go.
It sucks so much that their game got caught in the
Beautiful.
middle of this controversy, because it really is a great game, and a lot of people worked very hard on it for a long time. So I hope that it gets the recognition that it deserves for the right reasons. As for Boomstick, I have nothing but the best wishes for him, and I hope that
organize
his
a few
wave of
things
success
here.
lasts a long time. A lot of you watching this video might not know my story, but I also started out as a YouTuber, so I completely understand what it's like being a small YouTuber trying to make a name for yourself. I mean, Boomstick, just keep doing what you're doing, man. It looks like you have a
Hold
great
on a second,
thing
guys. I
going,
need to reorganize things. It's been so long since I did this.
I was lucky enough to get noticed on IGN through my YouTube channel, which, if in case you're wondering, is in fact all of my own original work. So you can keep looking, Kotaku, and please let me know if you find anything. Which, by the way, their news editor, Jason Schreier, tried to imply that my FIFA 18 review was also inauthentic by claiming that I copied it from Nintendo Life, and that's just so not the case. I mean, maybe he was implying that if you have similarly opinionated reviews, then you're just plagiarizing, or maybe he's just trying to get as many clicks off of my name right now as possible.
I think
or
this is a really...
he just likes kicking people when they're down. I don't know. I mean,
it's not a very good apology video, and trust me, I know how to make a good apology video because I've been there.
The target of a gigantic lynch mob who wants nothing more than to feed into your destruction.
I'll let you guys keep listening to this. We'll talk about it in a second.
Receiving on social media have been pretty staggering.
What's up, Dean?
And I get it. I mean, people
What's up,
are
Church?
mad, and rightfully so. But it's one thing to go and harass me.
I'm doing well, Jake. Thank you. Yeah.
With hateful words and threats. And it's a whole other thing to look up my family members and spread hateful comments on their social media accounts. It's just not okay. I mean, not on any level. They have nothing to do with this, so please just leave them out of it. There have been so many of you that have also reached out to me with kindness and words of support. And honestly, I can't I can't thank you enough for that, because it's probably the only thing that's been keeping my head straight throughout this whole nightmare. And it gives me hope for the future, because honestly, I love what I do, and I want to keep doing it. I don't want to stop making videos. I want to prove to you that I can be better than I ever was before.
There we go.
Like I said, I take full responsibility
What's up, Jay?
for what happened with the Dead Cells review, and I know that I'm gonna have to do a lot of work to earn your trust.
This is Philip Musin, the guy that was caught
to make that happen.
Pretty red-handed plagiarizing Boomstick Gaming's review, and got fired from IGN the same day they found it out.
Journey because I love video games, and even more so because I love making content about them. I mean, I wanted to share my passion for entertainment with you, and maybe inspire others to go out and chase their dreams as well. So that's everything I have to say. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you to everyone who's been so incredibly supportive throughout this entire living nightmare. And I really hope I get to see you guys again soon.
So I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I give that a maybe a 5.5 or a 6. It was not a great apology. It wasn't terrible by any means, but it was just very mediocre. He never apologized for the actual incident, the actual issue at hand. He never said the word plagiarism, plagiarized. He never said anything about copying. He completely glazed over all of that with a basic, like, I take full responsibility for the situation. But at the same time, he also said, I think it was at the beginning of the video,
opinions so that I can offer the most effect or an event. I try to look at all resources that I have available to me.
See, at the beginning of it, he's talking about how he does a review and how the review process is always the same for him, which is kind of insinuating that he didn't plagiarize anybody. But then 3 minutes later, he says, I accept and take full responsibility for the situation. I just feel like it's kind of like you're saying one thing and then you're saying another thing. Those two things are two different things. It's very, very confusing to me. But you guys didn't come here to talk about this, so. What'd I do? There we go. 1 second, guys. Fixing this up. There we go. Crocodile tears. Yeah, exactly. Why do you need to plagiarize a review? I think he would have been better served just straight up owning up to it and saying the pressures of the reality of being in that position just got to me and I was overwhelmed, and taking that approach instead of the approach he did take, because I feel like the approach he did take was not really accepting ownership for it. And I like I said, I've I've been in this position just a few weeks ago, not to this extreme, nor do I feel like I was necessarily wrong with my initial thoughts, but I was wrong with how I went about it. So anyways, we didn't come here for this video. I just thought it was pretty fascinating to talk about to get this whole thing kicked off. So let me see. Who wants to go first? I know Nintendo was the one who wanted me to do the stream, so I'm going to go to his page, whether he wants me to or not, because we are going to check out his stuff. He's trying to spin it into some kind of fame. Exactly, and that's not a good approach for the situation. That's the complete wrong direction he should be taking this. What's up, T-Belly? How's it going? Mr. Toon, hello. So let's go to videos. Yes, Jake. Yes, I was. But through the politics and intricacies of life and reality, it's funny how the turntables, as they say in The Office. But let me see. T-Belly, I will check you out after we check out Nintendo here. You're M-rated, that's fine. Nothing too crazy. I've watched your videos. You're not that bad. CCC. After my surgery, if I can... Oh, Lukester, that is awesome news, dude. That is awesome. Have you been... I haven't checked your channel recently. Have you been doing any follow-up vlogs on the walking and stuff like that? Because I know the last one I watched was really inspiring, dude. Seriously. So, Nintendo, do you have a specific one you want me to check out here, or you just want me to pick one at random? Because I know we need to get to this. It looks like... Oh, first thing I'd say, I've been meaning to tell you this for a while. It's going to be ironic coming from me because I need to work on it as well, but your videos need to work on cohesiveness because it's kind of all over the place on your channel, and sometimes that can work to your benefit, but for incoming viewers, they may not know what they're even getting themselves into. Like, when I look at this, I'm like, okay, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate live reaction. All right. Oh, wait, that's an hour and 10 minutes. So that's his live stream. Gotcha. Okay. And then right next to it, it's a separate reaction of 2.5 minutes of King K. Rool. But then over here, it's Medora. Is this, if it's someone who's not familiar with Smash Brothers, are these all related? Because it's got the same type of thing. You know what I mean? Even though it's not. Because I know you were doing... That should be unlisted. Okay, okay. I know you were doing, like, your indie reviews and stuff, although I haven't seen you do one of those for a while. Night Shame, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Haven't seen me in 5 years. It has been a while. Let's watch your King K. Rool reaction.
That's all for today's announcement. The entire development team is putting all of their energy into finishing the game, so please be patient until launch day.
I'm interested to see how you react on this.
What in the world was that? Don't cock these, Nintendo. All right, here we go. What we got? What do we have? Donkey Kong.
Now, there's not really much I can critique on a live reaction, obviously, but I'm just interested to see your reaction here.
King K. Rool.
Oh, this ought to be funny.
Or DDD. What is it? What? What in the world? Oh, there he is. K. Rool. King K. Rool. There you go.
They trolled you pretty hard.
King K. Rool. One more playable character.
That's
wow,
funny.
dude. How big? This dude is... I like it. I like it. I like it.
Oh, no
King
worries,
K. Rool's
Luke, sir. I was
one of the more
just wondering. Good luck with the future
underrated,
surgery, dude.
Nemesis is in Nintendo, in my opinion. King K. Rool's the dope. He's dopest. But man, I'm really kind of sad there's no story player mode. Oh, so far. Remember, they said they can't talk about that mode now.
Yeah, I think that
We'll talk
mode
about
is
it
going to
later.
be single player. It's got to be. Like, what else would it be? I've heard other rumors, but
So maybe
single
they're not
player.
done. That's not Waluigi, right? That's not Waluigi. Oh man.
But that was, I mean, that was entertaining. Good reaction. Very. Here's the thing I look for when I watch reaction videos, and maybe I'm not like everybody else, but I enjoy someone who's over the top, but at the same time very down to earth and real. I can't stand the reaction videos where it's someone just being over the top for the sake of being over the top. And you all know who I'm talking about, the types of YouTubers that are like that. But those get the views for whatever reason because they just get played from... I think one person got very successful doing it, and now everybody else is trying to be him. Yeah, this is some sort of Inception, Super Andrew. But I want to critique one of your actual videos, dude. Let me see. I didn't know you started doing reaction videos. I'm not all up on reactions myself. They're not really my thing. I prefer... Here's the thing, to be dead honest with you, as far as reactions and why I feel like they can be successful, is the same thing with a lot of things in YouTube. Is you almost need to establish an audience, and I mean like a large audience, for people to care about your reactions. And it's one of those unfortunate truths of YouTube. If you want to grow, doing a reaction video when you're a small channel, unless there's something outrageous that's unique to you and no other large channel is doing it, it's not going to stand out. It's not going to bring in subscribers. It's just going to be fan service for, in this case, your 700 subscribers you have. If you're looking to grow and reach a larger audience, I'd steer away from the live reactions until you get a base audience where your audience will share it because you're so loved by such a large community. And that's if you want to grow. If you want to post these videos just because you love them and you think it's good for your channel, by all means, do it up. What's up, Nerdy and Squirty? What's up, Yellow Kazoo? How you guys doing? I've seen my friend blow up from a react. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm talking about playing the odds, though. More often than not, it's not gonna blow you up. That's kind of like saying I saw someone blow up from doing a review of Dead Cells the other day. It's like, well, yeah, there was a very unique circumstance surrounding his review of Dead Cells, which is why he blew up. It wasn't necessarily just because he did a review he blew up. There was something about it. I'm trying to figure out why none of that is in order right now. It says date added newest. You want me to do most popular? This is an order from newest videos. What do you mean order? In order? Did you have a different kind of order other than chronological? I have videos clicked. Yeah, I have videos clicked. You want me to go back to home? I'll go back to home. Abaddon! What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Okay, so Nintendo Direct News. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so you have it set up here. So that's good. I haven't watched this one, so let's check it out.
It is time for what seems to be everybody's favorite subject nowadays in the gaming community, and that is NPD and financial numbers for Nintendo. Let's go ahead and dive into these and have a little bit of a discussion on what we think the state of Nintendo is. Before we do that, like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into this news.
Yeah, no worries, man. I was just a bit confused, but it makes sense when I go to your homepage.
Now, Nintendo said that they would ship 20 million units by the fiscal year, and so far they have almost held true to that. 19.67 million units have been shipped according to this article here. I mean, that's good news for Nintendo, honestly. It's
one thing I'd say just right off the bat is try to be, I mean, definitely everyone should sub you. I mean, first off, I'm critiquing you from a level of, you've already made it as far as doing good videos. I'm critiquing you a little bit harder than say other channels, because I feel like you've got the basics down now. Now it's just a matter of fixing the nuances, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I love the intro of his channel now. Work on... Don't be over the top, because people see right through you, but work on approaching news from a unique angle, because news regurgitated, you can get it a million different directions. And I'm talking about growing your channel. You want to do straight up news and find out what's going on with the video game industry at large. People are going to go to the No, people are going to go to RGT, people are going to go to Spawnwave. They're going to go to people who are already established and have that audience. They don't need to be entertaining. They don't need to do anything wild. They can just, here's the news and subscribe to me. I feel like as a smaller channel, you need to do something to make you stand out from them. Because I know you on a person-to-person basis. I know you on a personal level. So I love what you do. But I'm trying to take my bias out of that and watch this from someone who doesn't know you and is watching this video for the first time and say, why am I watching this dude? I could just go watch Spawnwave because he's bigger and he does daily videos and he's up to date with everything, and this guy is doing this every week and it's the same thing that anyone else is doing. Why do I want to watch this? And that's something that I've challenged myself on personally. And that's why I want to turn it on me so that, you know, I'm not just like ranking on you. This is something that I've struggled with myself as well. And a lot of small YouTubers struggle with, is trying to find that delicate balance between doing something unique, finding that niche area of new subscribers that will watch your video and hit that subscribe button, which is harder than ever to get people to hit that subscribe button. You have to go into a video when making it, if you want to grow your channel, knowing that people are already probably subscribed to larger channels. So you need to do something to stand apart, and you need to do something better than what those larger channels are doing. Still trying to figure out me. Dude, I've been trying to figure out me for the past 2 years. I've been trying to figure out me since I came out of my womb. We're all trying to figure out us. That's good that you're still working on that, because I feel like a lot of people get into the zone where they just get comfortable and they don't evolve. And I feel like you need to evolve and make something not necessarily spectacular, but something that you're so proud of. Make a video that you're like, God damn, when someone asks me what my favorite video I ever made was, I'm gonna point to this video. Because I feel like you're at the point right now where you can do that, and it's not gonna be anything to you to take the extra time and focus on that main project. You can still do these other videos as well, but I'm saying if you want to grow, you need to step outside your comfort zone and make something spectacular. And it might flop, it might fall right on its face, because trust me, I've made plenty of videos where I was like, God damn, that's a spectacular video, it's gonna be great, and it gets less views than just talking about Smash Brothers, or that's just an example. But it's more, it reminds me of Rocky in a way, where it's like, it's that song, it's you against you. It's not you against how many subscribers you can get. Drive yourself, push yourself further. Don't try to compare or compete with the other bigger channels, but be aware that they exist.
It's great news for Nintendo that they met their goal. Now, the goal that...
None of that is to say that this is a bad video, by the way. That's just to say how you could do better than this.
Does concern me is the next goal, that they are confident that they will ship 20 more million units this fiscal year. That...
What's up, Retro Robbie?
Seems like a stretch based on the numbers that we.
Yeah, dude, you are close. You're right there, man. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
Million. Now these figures pale in comparison to the 2.93 and the 7.23 that they have posted in the previous 2 quarters, but we can chalk that up to time of the year. Summer, spring, not a lot of games have dropped. Not a lot of games dropped during this time period. I mean, we got the announcement for...
That's, Dean, what you just said there, that's the unfortunate reality of YouTube right now. It sucks. It really sucks. I think a console collector, as far as scripted videos as opposed to unscripted videos, when you're a small channel, focus on unscripted. And I know that might sound counterintuitive and against what the popular opinion is, but from a personal perspective of my channel's growth and what I've seen with my videos that I've made, and what Dean was saying, the videos you put the most effort into seem to get the least amount of payoff. And when I first started my channel, I wanted to be big, I wanted to be popular, I wanted to do YouTube for all the wrong reasons. And the past 3 or 6 months have been extremely humbling and have made me really reevaluate why I've been doing YouTube. And I don't necessarily think how I started was bad. I just think over the past 6 months of a reality check of I really need to get better and start almost from scratch. But to answer your specific question, don't script videos. Don't do it. Now I know Retro Sean said I script or I ramble. I can show you, well, I don't have any right now, they're all in my filming area, but I always have pieces of paper and a pen, and I am always taking notes on everything I see every day. I'm walking around and I'm like, if I don't have my pen and paper with me, I'm writing it in my iPhone with my notes application. I'm always writing notes on video ideas or ideas to special notes to make sure I mention in videos. What's up, Grumpy? Grumpy Munchkins is gracing us with his presence. But yeah, make notes, make bullet points. Don't do full-out scripts because it almost comes across as disingenuous and dishonest to the end viewer. People want to watch YouTube for personalities. If people wanted to watch the news, they'd load up Kotaku and read it themselves. They want something different than just someone just regurgitating the information. Like when I do my Smash JT show every Friday, I want to do something different than what Spawnwave and what RGT are doing, and what the No is doing. I make it a point to turn it into like a Philip DeFranco conversation where I want to get the end viewer's opinion on every single topic I talk about. I think that's really important, not just for engagement purposes, but for establishing an audience and having a conversation. I mean, that's why I've kind of come back full circle on why I started YouTube and why am I doing this. Like I said, when I first started, I wanted to be super popular and successful. And as time has gone on, I've realized I want to connect with an audience. I want to make friends and establish a brand and grow from that. But I was kind of putting the cart before the horse at the beginning, and I feel like now I've kind of learned to approach it from the proper angle. Yeah, continue unscripted videos, but don't just turn the camera on and talk, because you'll turn out like me where you just start rambling and then you'll have 1,000 jump cuts in the first 2 minutes of your video, because it's really hard to speak to the camera directly without losing your train of thought. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of repetition, especially for people like me. And I don't know about you guys, but I've never had any formal training in talking to a camera or how to edit videos. So make sure you make bullet points. Make sure you speak to them as you go. Retro Revolutions, what's going on, Jared? Thank you so much for the donations, man. I really appreciate that. You are awesome, man. Retro Revolutions is an excellent channel, by the way, guys. Not just because of the donation, not just because he's a Patreon, but because he has really good content as far as tearing apart consoles and stuff. Definitely check him out. Really good dude. Thank you so much. Mad Little Pixel, what's going on, buddy? Great to see you. Nuts, Mr. Super Average. Hello, hello. Goblin, hello, hello. But yeah, don't just off the cuff record a video. You want to make sure you are at least focusing on the bullet points that you make, if that makes sense. Give me 1 second.
Fortnite, Octopath Traveler, and we got those ports in the beginning of May, but we didn't get a whole lot from Nintendo game-wise, so I mean that is expected that the number.
Oh, thank you very much,
wasn't very
Stingray,
high,
for watching my
but it
videos.
also
Yeah,
is
I
kind of
used to do this all the time,
What that
but
means in the future
been a
is
little
they're
while.
putting
Been a
their
hot minute.
eggs in the Pokemon Go and Super Smash Brothers basket. On top of, Reggie even said, hey, there's more games yet to be announced. It almost seems like, hey, they're going to put all their eggs into the end of the year basket, which, I mean, honestly, I would too. I feel like they can be confident in Smash Bros. That that's going to sell units. I am also confident that Pokemon will sell units. I mean, those are two big franchises for Nintendo. So Pokemon Let's Go will sell. Smash obviously is going to sell. I know that there are a lot of people waiting for Smash to get a Switch. I know there's a lot of friends of mine personally that are going to get a Switch as soon as Smash drops. So we know Smash will move units. So the goal of 20 million was hit last year. They got a goal of 20 million this year. Let's Go and Smash, I don't believe, are enough to push that goal. They have to have more down the pipe, or they wouldn't be this confident. I believe that there are some things coming down the pipe.
I was trying to set up Nightbot, but I don't know why it's not
Crossing,
working.
This
It's
Star
all right,
Fox
though.
rumor, Metroid Prime, something has to be down the road in order for them to hit this goal. I don't think they can hit this goal. Not like they did last year, not with the success like they had last year. I mean, you can only have so many. I mean, last year was Legend of Zelda, Mario Odyssey, and they pushed a ton of units. This year, Let's Go, Smash, there's got to be something else to push these units. So I am expecting some IPs to be announced here in the future. I'm expecting this direct rumor. I'm expecting that
Avedon,
to be
thank you so much for the
coming
donation,
soon.
man.
I'm expecting to see a direct
Dude, thank you very much.
ASAP of what we're going to get.
Do
down
not
the
feel
pipe
like you need
kind
to
of stir up
donate,
some
guys.
more
I'm doing
excitement,
this just to
'cause
straight up
after E3,
hang out
Nintendo
and-
says after E3
and
they're
chill with you
trending
guys.
up,
Like,
but after E3,
I love
it
you
doesn't really
guys.
seem to be like they're trending up
Thank you for the
that
donations.
much.
But
They kind of just steady and steady, to me at least personally.
no, Nintendo,
So
don't ever
I
say enough of me.
believe
Don't ever say
there
that,
has to be
dude.
more. That's just my personal opinion. There's going to be more down the bank. But these numbers are positive. They hit their goal. They have another goal that they want to hit. They're confident in it, which means us as a consumer, they're going to have to, hit a home run with us. More games. Looking forward to it. So let me know what you think in the comments.
I think what I would just tie this up with saying your focus kind of starts to ramble. The alias you set the command to be of Patreon does not exist. All right, Nightbot. I tried to set up Nightbot before I started streaming. Let's see if that probably won't work, but we'll see. What's up, Paul? Old Style Gaming in the house. How's it going, buddy? Let's see. But I'd say you start to lose focus around 2 minutes left in the video. Oh, Jared, thank you so much again for the donation, dude. I gotta erase that command. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. I'll do that right now. Let me see. Timers. Commands. Custom. Default. Timers. Patreon. Okay, there we go. Let's see if that's fixed. See, I'm still learning here too. Yeah, Paul, it has been a while. It has been a while. Yes, Patreon did fix their issue, but I will tell you guys, my goodness, what a cluster truck that was. Ugh, trying to figure out Patreon. I just started my Patreon last month, and of course, Patreon has a major issue. If anyone's interested in joining the Patreon, I'll put the link here. They have since fixed everything from what I can tell, but man, that was quite the mess. All right, who's next? Who's next? But that's not, I don't mean to say that was a bad video. I hope you don't take it that way. I think you start to ramble towards the last 2 minutes of the video, but it's not necessarily terrible, it's just a little bit rambling. Yeah, Avedon, Nick's greatest strength is being personal, seeming approachable. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Retro Robbie, I don't know if you're still there, but I just saw your message. The best times of day to stream? I'm still trying to figure that one out myself too. I don't stream very much, so I'm probably not the best person to ask for best time to stream. It also depends on your audience and what they expect out of you as well. One second, I'm just catching up on the chat here, guys. Yeah, exactly, Retro Nobody. Best time to stream is when your audience is available to watch. And whenever you can consistently do it. Exactly, exactly. T-Belly, that's right, T-Belly. One second. Loading you up, T-Belly. Jared with another $2. Thank you so much. Retro Revolutions, the donate bot. Hey, Discard, thank you so much for coming by. I thank you for saying I've helped you, but dude, I think you've improved a ton just on your own, just making videos and learning what works for you and what doesn't. You have really come a long way in a short period of time. I feel I know T-Belly. Is he always on your streams? Yes, T-Belly is always on the streams. Always. He's a really good dude. Let's watch Zelda 2 is awesome.
What's up, YouTube? It's me, your guy, T-Belly here. Brand new video. So today I want to talk about Zelda.
First thing I'd say, T-Belly, are you looking to grow, man? I already got subscribed and I already got the bell for you. Are you looking to grow? Or are you just doing this for fun? Because if you're looking to grow, invest in some professional lighting. Because I can tell right now your lights are just like the yellow bulbs from a lamp. And it gives a really uninspired kind of generic video here. So invest in some lighting. That's the cheapest, easiest option to improve video quality. I started out, I bought 2 lights on eBay, and they're like professional photographer lights on stands and everything, and they were like 60 bucks. And then I bought 2 more because it wasn't bright enough. And I feel like I need to buy 2 more because I feel like it's still not bright enough. You can never have enough lights, but yeah, get a good backdrop. And I feel like my backdrop, it was so dark all the time, I didn't like it, so I decided to go with a green screen. And my green screen skills are leaving a bit to be desired, but it's better than what it was. So, sounds good. I was thinking of getting lighting. Okay, cool. Raw Man, what's going on? One of my favorite small channels out there. If you guys are not familiar with Raw Man, check him out. Very talented. Very talented.
Awesome adventure. Awesome game. Now, why am I saying that? I know this is technically not the same link. Well, not
Can you guys hear the audio all right while I'm talking?
It's the same Link from Zelda 1. He carries over to the Adventure of Link, where he has to wake up the true Princess Zelda. Every princess is named Zelda at this point of the Hyrule timeline, and the princess from Zelda 1 was just a princess that had access to the Triforce, but the true Princess Zelda, the true person, the true, what's the word I'm looking for?
Right. Is that better?
Ancestor was actually in a deep sleep. Poisoned by her brother.
So one thing I'd say is
the true what's the word I'm looking for?
You don't ever want to say this on a video if you're looking to grow, because people will grade A, under A. I'm here from him. Yeah, right, Mankaroy. I wish grade A, under A sent people to me. That guy's one of my favorite YouTubers. Incredible stuff, hysterical stuff. You don't ever want in a video to say, oh, what's the word I'm thinking of, because that instant people will click off of you. Even if they're super into what you're saying, that will completely turn them off and they'll click away right away. even though I just said right there. It's a live stream. It's okay to do that on live streams. But when you're actually making a video, cut it. Basic editing software, even on a phone. I don't know what you're recording from, but cut and splice and put it together. So you'll be amazed. It's like magic. Like the first time I ever made a video and started cutting and splicing and put it together, I was like, wow, I sound way better than what I sounded like when I was recording there. No, the comment you wrote under the reaction. Oh, very cool. Very cool. That's like the first time anyone's ever come to my channel from a comment that I wrote on someone else's big channel. That's wild. Very cool. So, yeah, that's another question I was going to ask Retro Nobody. Do you have a mic, T-Belly? Yes, Blue Yeti. Okay, very cool. What are you using to film? Is this your phone or is it your camera? Well, that's another way to go about it, Jared, Retro Revolutions, is to just keep doing it until you don't make mistakes. But the way YouTube is these days, they'd rather just put more content out there. You don't have time to get perfect. All right, so you're recording from your phone, and you hooked up your Blue Yeti to your phone? Is that what I'm understanding?
Ancestor was actually in a deep sleep.
Because it sounds a bit
Poisoned
echoey.
by her brother, many centuries before, or years before, something like that. So she's the one that's sleeping in the beginning of Zelda 2. Now, the game is different. It's the most different Zelda game you'll ever play. It's actually a action-adventure game, but it still has the same action RPG elements that's found in Zelda 1. I think this game is one of the
very cool,
greatest
Mankaroy.
Zelda
Thank you
games
so
ever
much
made.
for subscribing.
I used to hate the game, but being an adult now and playing the game and understanding that the game is a grind fest, just like any other traditional JRPG. Even though this isn't traditional, this is still an RPG.
Yeah,
You have to
of course
level
you do,
up
Paul.
to
Of course you
make things
do.
a little easier for you.
Your voice is great.
Link isn't
Yes,
as
it
strong
is.
unless you're
It
highly
is
skilled
great.
at the game,
I would agree
and
with
you know
that.
the actions of every single enemy. It's gonna be tough, and even then, there's shit that happens there that's just ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. It's so much.
You're very
going
down to
on the
earth.
screen. Now I haven't completed the game yet, but I am playing the game. So what has made me make this decision? What's making me say this about Zelda 2? Where do I rank it all time? I can't give it a true ranking yet. I still have to beat all the Zelda games, but I am currently playing The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. So what made me play Zelda 2 at the same time, which was supposed to be the last game I played? My boy, Megadan29, spoke so
Love
highly of
Megadan.
Zelda 2. And I said, yo, man, he makes this game sound so freaking good. I'm like, you know what? I can't play Skyward Sword at work. And if you know me, you know I
He
play
kind
at
of
work.
does sound like a male
I
version
can't
of J
carry
Love, like
the
very similar
work
style.
and do motion controls. That's
That's
not
a good
happening.
point.
That's not happening. But what I can do is play my NES Classic at work. So I decided, hey,
That's a great,
at work,
great
I'm gonna
point,
play
Church.
Zelda 2.
Put up some
and I'll
blankets
play
for the
Skyward
echo.
Sword, and I tell you, I've put 3 times the amount of time that I put into Skyward Sword in Zelda 2. I am not lying. The game is so much fun. It's action oriented, yes, but the side scrolling is fun. It controls really good. Link jumps, Link hits. You can talk to the people in the town. They give you the tips that you need. I've only been stuck one time. The grind fest is not boring. The music is excellent. The combat is crazy. The bosses are freaking fun. And I've only fought 3 of them, but the bosses, all 3 of them are unique and fun.
The other
And I love this game.
The other small thing I'd say, well, actually, it's not a small thing. It's like a absolutely gigantic channel-changing thing. So I shouldn't say the other small thing. But covering retro games and not doing it uniquely and perfectly like the angry video game nerd everyone always refers to, because that's what comes to mind when you talk about retro video games. It is so hard to garner an audience for retro gaming these days because everyone is wondering about what's on the cusp, what's new, what's next, what's the Fortnite kills, what's this, what's that. So unless your video is absolutely incredible, it's not going to garner an audience to view and subscribe, unfortunately. And that's the unfortunate reality of YouTube. If you're looking to grow, you can still do these kind of videos, but you need to integrate modern gaming with it and do these as like a passion, because talking about retro games, it sucks. It sucks. I feel you. Because when I started my YouTube channel, I was all about talking about retro gaming. And I wasn't going anywhere. And I really, really didn't want to leave retro gaming. But I did one video talking about a modern device that used retro hardware. Or it was a modern device that would let you play retro hardware. It was called the CD. And that video blew up. And the only reason it blew up is because it was a topical, informational news segment that people were interested in. And I covered something that nobody else was covering. You're covering a game that has been covered to death, has been covered by so many people. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's not going to garner an audience because this has been done to death. Oh, for God's sakes. Nightbot,
this game.
what have you been doing,
And I am
Nightbot?
pissed off that there is not another Zelda game like this. We have games like Four Swords Adventures. We got Four Swords, then we got Four Swords Adventures. We
There
got
we go,
Triforce
fixed.
Heroes, which is the lowest rated Zelda game, by the way. We got touchscreen Zelda games. We have motion control Zelda games. We have Game Boy Zelda games. We got Game Boy games that follow NES, the first NES game. We got 3D Zelda games. The list goes on and on and on. To the point where now we have an open world sandbox Zelda game, which is Breath of the Wild, which is basically Legend
Sorry
of
about the
Zelda
lag.
in 3D.
If I'm lagging right now, I don't know what's going on with my
Yet to
computer.
get Zelda 2, something like Zelda 2, and I want it. I want it badly, and this is my thing to you guys.
Yeah, that's a
don't
great
really
point, Paul.
Pop that card.
T-Bell, if you want to stick
Put that ROM
retro,
on your computer. Put that game on your NES
don't be
Classic.
afraid
Download on
to
your
do
3DS.
top
Whatever the
10s
hell
and
you
things
gotta
like
do
that.
to play that game. You play that game, and there's a lot of ways to play that game. We're not even going to go through the fucking list of how many different ways you can play the game.
I love how real
But
you
I'll
are,
tell you
dude.
right now,
I love it.
Play Zelda 2. Even if you don't like Zelda, you might like Hyrule Warriors, play Zelda 2. It's action-packed. It's fun. It's a grind fest. And by the time you get through the third palace, maybe a little, I don't want to spoil too much, but after the third palace, you don't have to technically beat it to go to the other side of the continent. When you go to the other side and you get the power-up that's over there, the game is awesome. I mean, you unlock this thrust that you could jump.
How much did my channel
you can knock
suffer
down.
after the
You can
incident?
unlock magic on your sword to shoot fire. You can unlock the high jump.
Altogether, all said and done, Jared, I
You can
lost
fly,
over
fly, you
100
turn to
subscribers.
fly. Like, there's a lot of shit you could do. And it keeps going, and everything is based off the towns. You got
But
to talk to the people in town.
it is what it
You need
is.
To get in all the rooms, every room that opens up in town, there's something you
I
gotta
did
do
something
there.
that I
If you
believed
don't
in,
believe me,
but
I
then
promise you,
looking
there's
back,
something to do there. At this point,
I
I've yet
didn't
to
do
the
it
strategy guide, but
politically
it
correctly.
It does get heavy. I almost
And
got
I
stuck
learned a
at
lot
one point,
about-
but I was able to conquer it.
I learned a lot about the YouTube political hierarchy and standards and things that I never thought were a part of YouTube. I learned a gigantic lesson that day. So, yes, make what you want to make, do what you love, and don't let anyone stop you from what you're making. But at the same time, go about things the right way, because one slight mix-up or screw-up could hurt. Holy 100, that's a quarter of my channel today. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't necessarily, like I said, I've told people this before, I don't necessarily feel like I was wrong with the video, per se. I was just wrong with how I went about doing it. One moment. All right.
And again, like I said, I'm only halfway through because there's 6 palaces, to my knowledge. And
It's just because you're passionate, and that's okay.
I can tell you guys the game is
Thanks,
freaking
DT.
awesome. I can't give it a rating yet. I will when I finish playing the game. But I think it's one of the best Zelda games ever made. And it's the most unique because it's the only one in the series like it. And I highly suggest checking this game out, giving it another shot. Because if you don't believe me, try it yourself. Because Mega Dan 29 convinced me. And not only did he convince me, he has Jeff from the Die Hard Gamer Bros playing this game right now. And me and Jeff are like at the same point. He has JLove81 playing this game right now.
I love this community we got, guys. I love it. You guys are all awesome.
and she's playing in the original card form, and that's freaking awesome. Phil Turpin is playing this game right now. I don't know where he just started. He's actually the most recent one to start playing it. And even Solid May has been playing this game. I'm bugging.
You unsubbed?
Been playing this
sure
game
you did.
For a few weeks ago, he's playing this game. So I'm telling you guys, the game is
You're one of my
awesome.
Patreons, and you unsubbed.
In the retro gaming community, or in the gaming community in general, even the Nintendo community, because a lot of you guys are frauds. You're like Pokemon, Smash Brother, Nintendo fans. Y'all know shit about.
Here's the thing, Dean. I wanted to talk about your video. Is it okay if I highlight that one right now?
Mario and Zelda, but that's, you know, Pokemon Smash. I'm calling you fuckers out. Play the damn game. Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. I promise you, it will be an adventure you will never forget. If it's good or bad, that's up to you, but I promise you, you will never forget the game. Give it a try right now. So stop watching this video and get that game in your freaking
There we go. Sounds a little bit louder. I'll turn it down.
Everybody, welcome back to the Rhode Island Computer Museum. Today, Sam has brought us another item from the warehouse. This is a IBM 5150 PC. I personally don't know a whole lot about this
I'd be
machine,
happy
but
to, Jared.
Sam
If you want me
is
to, I can
very
do one
well-versed
today.
in it, and he's gonna give me some specs and tell me and you all about it.
Oh, no pressure whatsoever.
No pressure.
So I have a few of these machines in my own.
Well,
collection.
first off, Dean, I wanted to ask, why are you starting a new channel? Is this something that's part of... I'm sorry about the lag in the stream. Hopefully that fixes itself. Is this part of your job? Like, are they requiring a YouTube channel now? Or are you doing this on your own? What's up, Super Nintendo? Anything but the twin synthetic.
So I do know a little bit about the IBM PC. So the IBM PC 5150, which is what we have right here, was released in 1981. And it was after IBM finally saw that there was going to be a market in the home personal computer market. And believe it or not, up until this point, they were still kind of iffy as to whether personal computers were going to be
for the museum you volunteer
a
at?
thing they
Okay.
could actually make profit off of. But they wanted to rush one to market, so they actually did a private team to develop this machine. And the PC 5150 changed personal computing from that point forward. And that's for several reasons. So before we get into that, let's take a look at the machine itself. So right here...
Yeah, I would love to visit this museum someday. All the camera gear is yours, but the stuff to review is theirs. So whose channel is this? Who owns this channel? Does the museum own this channel, or is this like a side project that you're doing for the museum? Because that would determine how much... or what I'd say and how to approach going forward with this.
Here you have probably one of the most iconic
This is an awesome
keyboards
video,
you're
by the
ever
way.
gonna find for a computer. This is the Model F keyboard.
T-Belly,
This
thank you
keyboard
so
uses
much for the
same
donation, dude.
Mechanisms for the keys as the
T-Belly
IBM
hype!
typewriters, and that is a buckling spring. So it is actually a mechanical spring underneath, and it has that signature sound right there, which a lot of people like. Some people find really annoying, but personally, I think it's great. The later Model M
Thank you
keyboards
so much,
are
T-Belly.
very popular as well, but this is the original keyboard. the
CM
Model F.
Retro!
And here you have the main unit. And the main unit has two 5.25-inch floppy drives right in the front. And on top of that, you have the monochrome display. And this is what you would typically...
You know, something interesting happened to me today when I was watching this video. It was kind of like in a weird way, like a self-actualization of how my brain processes information. This is going to sound so weird, but try to stick with me. After this video played, it automatically played the lazy game reviews opening up an old IBM computer. And it was good. I mean, his video was good, but it wasn't much better than this. Like, it was just different. Like, he unboxed an IBM and you guys talk about what the IBM can do. And it was just, like, fascinating how Lazy Game Reviews, a channel with, what do they have, like 1 million subscribers almost, something like that. And that video had like 1.2 million views. And then you watch this And I know it's a brand new channel, but it has 8 views. And it's just so funny. It's just funny to me seeing how both videos are good, but there's just such a separation to them. So, I don't see this on the Retro Nobody's channel. Yeah, this is the Rhode Island Computer Museum. I'll put it in the chat. You guys can feel free to go check it out. Subscribe if you'd like. It's a brand new channel, and Dean is the admin for it. Dean runs the Retro Nobody, who I strongly recommend checking out as well. Both very good channels. So check them out for sure. Consoleize Atari Lynx Part 1 or Consoleize... thank you so much again for the donations. Jeez, Retro Revolutions. I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you. I will check that out on the very next video, right when I'm done with Dean's here.
Find with
for sure.
The
Thank you so much, man.
Though you could get monochrome graphics cards to actually support graphics, and you could get CGA monitors and later even an EGA monitor for the 5150 PC line. Now there were several revisions to this machine. There was the PC XT and the PC 8T, which is a little bit different in terms of architecture and hardware. But essentially all PC line computers are backwards compatible, and of course there are many clone computers of the PC, and they all utilize DOS pretty much as an operating system. So many of them were...
Okay, yeah, I'll check that one out first before I go to Jared's. The Retro Nobody. This was a good video. I watched this one. There's a lot of passion here.
So emulation and ROMs is the talk of the day today, and I wasn't going to get too topical with.
I don't review anything, but I do whatever I like to do. That's great, man, Karoy. Whatever you want to do, man. If you want to do you, man, for sure.
Someone who has been into emulation since I would think is pretty much the start of it, I feel like I have an opinion towards it. So come with me for this ride as we discuss emulation. Anyway, so welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. So I see, what, a week or two ago,
right here, we are if you rewind it to 43. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. This is good. This is good passion. I would say before uploading the video, before you ever upload a video, watch it before you upload it and make sure that you're not rambling at the start of it, because that's where you're going to start to lose people. Good Lord, why is my video output so low? Are you guys getting any lag? Mostly no for my editing. Is it laggy for you guys? I don't know what's going on with my stream right now. It's like all laggy. But what I was saying is 43 seconds into the video, if you ever watch a video of yours before you upload it and you see very little lag, okay, cool. Sorry about that. It looks like it's improving now. No, it's not lag. Okay. So sorry. I apologize in advance if there are any hiccups, because it says I have like a red and yellow bar. It's not green right now, so I apologize if it slows down. I did it from my phone. I was impatient, didn't want to wait till I got home. Okay, so that's the first thing. If you want to grow your channel, be patient. Don't rush videos out. You only have one chance to make a good first impression, and that's what every video you put out is. So don't ever rush to publishing a video, especially if you're a small channel. I cannot stress that enough. Not every video you put out is going to be perfect. Not every video you do is gonna be without errors, but try your best to make each video you upload the best you possibly can. Where do I get my diploma from? From the thumbnail. That's the only diploma I'm giving out. You can print out the thumbnail. I love Oak City Gamers. Yeah, Oak City Gamers in the car are great too. Yeah. I know, ironically, this video got more views than that. It's because of the topic. And I'm glad you brought that up, because that is the main, what's the word? I didn't even know what the word is. That's the main focus, I guess, for lack of a better word, of this entire live stream, is have a... have you guys ever seen the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? There's a classic part with Steve Martin ranting on John Candy when he says, when you're telling a story, have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener. And that's kind of something you need to take with you every time you make a video, is make sure you, first off, have a point, and secondly, the point you're making is something that people are interested in. I could make a video on something nobody knows about and make the greatest point in the world about it, but nobody's going to watch that video because nobody knows about what I'm even talking about. Where you could talk about Logan Paul fighting KSI and give your 2 cents on that, even though I don't give 2 craps about that. It has nothing to do with video games whatsoever. And you'll get more views on that video than what you put 1,000 hours in editing on something that is like, we'll say, like T-Bell's video, like Zelda 2 on the NES. It's just not going to get the views because it's not topical. So what I would suggest is next time you do a video like this, if you have a situation where you're 43 seconds in, before you upload that video, watch it and cut it and start it at the point where... Grumpy, I had you in mind when I said that, by the way. Which I'm sure you probably were thinking. Everybody, if you're not subscribed to Grumpy Munchkins, he has one of the most epic blockbuster videos dropping tomorrow at, I believe, noon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but definitely check it out, subscribe, and hit the bell for him. He is one of my favorite channels on YouTube. But anyways, back to this. Start the video at 43 seconds next time. Boom. Here we go. Here's what you're talking about.
A week or two ago, Nintendo sued some popular ROM sites, and there was some talk about that. And then that was it. I thought, okay, yeah, that's it. Now there's, again, things popping up again saying, what's the future of emulation? Is emulation gone? No. No. Stop being so dramatic. Emulation is not going anywhere. At all. It's not, okay? When I first started, when I got Nesticle for the PC.
Oh, I had Nesticle. I still have Nesticle.
And I got it. It came out in '97. I think that's about when I got it. And my buddy stopped by my house and he said, "Look what I got. Look at this," and dropped a stack of floppy disks on my desk at my house. And I didn't know what it was. So pretty much, one floppy had the emulator and a couple of ROMs, and then there was like a whole nother stack of, I don't know, every NES ROM that apparently he downloaded or he got from somewhere at the time. Now, bear in mind, this is 97, 98, so where do these come from?
And the comment of the stream goes to Paul from Old Style Gaming. Have a good night, Paul.
Websites were around at that point, at least, maybe they were, I don't remember. But even then, we knew what we had, okay? You have a copy of something that's a pirated copy of software.
I absolutely agree, Avedon. Music would help. Here's the other thing I was going to say with car videos. Car videos seem to be trendy now. I see a lot of bigger channels doing them. I saw Rich from Review Tech doing a car video where it's just him sitting in his car talking to the camera. It works for him because he has like 800,000 subscribers or something. Car videos, I don't recommend small channels doing car videos because you don't have an established audience, and especially if the car is moving, you tend to ramble because while your focus may be 85% onto the camera and talking, 15%, hopefully a little bit more, is focused on driving. So you do tend to ramble or go in directions where you might not have initially wanted your conversation to go. I'm not saying you do that in this video, but there are some points where you catch yourself and bring it back. and car video console mod while driving. Oh man, that's just crazy enough to work, Jared. Just crazy enough to work. I gather my thoughts better in the car. I tried to do this video in my house. No. I'm not saying don't do a car video. I should say don't do a car video while it's moving. One of the things I've learned, because I've done car videos and deleted them. I don't think I've posted any car videos besides my kid wanting the strawberry ice cream, because that was basically my kid carrying the entire video. I wasn't carrying that. But when you have to do the carrying of the topic and keeping the attention of people, have the car in park and just be talking to the camera. You don't have to look at the camera. You're looking out the window while you're talking, but your focus has to be on the topic. So I definitely try to keep it at the desk. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I would recommend, from personal experience, if you're going to do a car video, do it while you're parked. Let me see if I can find Review Tech. I haven't watched this video yet, by the way. I just know from his thumbnail, 34,000 views. What's up, J-Love?
Look, guys, really quick afterthought on the whole IGN situation. I'm in the car right now. I'm heading over to the office.
See, I haven't watched this video yet, but he's parked. So he knows what's up. It's only 1 minute and 40 seconds, so he's not wasting people's time. He's parked, and he just wants to do a quick update on a situation that's topical. You're doing a quick update on a situation that's topical, but it's not quick. It's 6 minutes long, and you're driving, and you could have cut the first 43 seconds out, and you could have cut snippets out throughout the entire thing. So I'm just saying there's huge glaring differences between these.
Blaming IGN as a whole for what happened with Philip Muchin in his Dead Cells review, and they're like, "Oh, see, I told you."
This is perfect because it screams urgency. It screams you have to watch this video because it's only 1 minute and 40 seconds. I didn't even give a crap about the thumbnail. I had to get this information out to the world. That's how important this video is to me. Now, it's easier to do when you have almost 700,000 subscribers, but still, people would pay attention far more in a car video if it's under 2 minutes because it's clear, concise, to the point, and it implies that you had something you just had to get out there, and people will go into the video with that in mind.
IGN was a piece of shit, and I'll never trust IGN again, and so on and so forth. You can't look dumbasses and pieces of crap.
What's up, Yellow Kazoo? Welcome back.
You can't blame the entire company for the wrongdoings of one guy. When IGN, GameSpot,
conspiracy theory tinfoil hat videos are very popular right now. Well, as long as you're not talking about a certain somebody, your channel should be okay. I don't know if you guys heard about what happened to the H3H3 podcast, but there's some serious drama going down tonight with the upper echelon of YouTube. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Bot, Destructoid, whatever. I'm just pulling names out of my ass. When they hire somebody, they're entrusting them to be a quality journalist that's going to do their own review, that they're not going to plagiarize.
I figured, Retro. I figured, Jared.
Job, and they could trust them and leave them alone and not have to babysit them. This is not just IGN. This is everybody. Philip broke that trust. It's not IGN as a whole's fault. It is solely Philip's fault. Look, you could hate IGN for whatever reasons you want.
I actually think this could have been a 58-second video. I feel like he's starting to ramble right now because he just put his point out there. There's nothing more he's going to say, and this is another 33 seconds long.
I hate them for, but this isn't the entire company's doing. It's just Philip's, and
now he's just repeating himself. See what I mean? Like this people will click off of it because once you make your main point, bam, you blew your. Well, I don't want to go there, but your point is out there. It's done. So people will click off of it. So you need to be careful about that. You don't want to lose your audience too early. You want to make sure that you build up to, here's my main point, and don't repeat yourself afterwards. You might have little points to make after it and little points to make before it, but it's almost like, in a weird way, it's like the rhythm of a song. I was thinking about this the other day. If you guys are familiar, if you've ever taken a higher level high school music class, if you've ever heard of an AABA format to typical generic music, that's basically a verse, the bridge, and the verse. And I almost try to formulate my videos in a weird way like that, where you give your intro, you give your spiel, and then you have your bridge where you make your point and you talk about that and why it's important, and then you give your conclusion. And I feel like that format to a video really has worked for me. Now, that format could last anywhere from a minute to 10 minutes and beyond. It just depends on how long it takes to make the points you're making and how long your intro and conclusions are. But make sure you have a bridge where your point is made, but you don't make your point in the first 10 seconds of the video, because if it's not interesting enough, people will click off of it. Anyways, speaking of rambling, I'm rambling.
And just because that proliferated to the fact that nobody was bothering anyone, where websites actually had I consider it an audacity. As much as I support emulation, it's still not your stuff. But these websites popped up as so legitimate looking. You know, oh, these are nice clean sites and you can download.
And Dean, I will say you make some really good points in this video. It's a great argument for the side that doesn't get an argument very often. Usually the majority of people are siding with ROMs aren't that bad, ROMs are okay, it's Nintendo that's the bad guy. And while I do disagree with you on your premise, I can appreciate your points. I think you make really good points. It doesn't necessarily mean I agree with you, but it does mean that I agree that you're making good points.
ROMs of Mario and all this stuff. Isn't it great? We're a great website. No, you're not. Okay? You have ads on your site. You're hawking ROMs that aren't yours. Okay? It is what it is. Okay? And now just because, you know, these big legitimate ones got shut down, so what? You made yourself look so legitimate and then people are upset that you got shut down for your website. And you know, that's what, it just gets me, okay? I mean, and again, I support emulation. I have ROMs, emulators, all that kind of fun stuff, and I play them, especially with games I don't own, that I can't try because they're super expensive. You know, for a long time, you know, even now, I still don't have Chrono Trigger. I have for the D.
I would say your point gets a little bit skewed right around here, because you start the video off saying that Nintendo's not the bad guy. They're just doing what they got to do to protect their IP. But then you're taking the other side and saying, while I just said that, I'm in the group of people that use emulation. So it's just, it comes off as a bit conflicting to the end viewer.
Yes, but I didn't have it for the SNES. That's how I played it. I got to play that. I got to try it. And if at some point I'll get the cartridge. It is what it is. But you know, people.
Nintendo's not the bad guy. The retro nobody is.
You can get it from nefarious places now. There's no legitimate places. There shouldn't have been legitimate places to get ROMs from. It's literally stolen property, and you're mad now.
See, this is what I was going to say I disagree with. This is not really critiquing your channel, but this is good because you're sparking an argument. That's why this is so damn good, because you're making points and you're making me want to, instead of critique your video, you're making me want to argue with you. And goddamn, arguments will sell, arguments will get clicks, arguments will get subscribers. So I'm not even going to bother arguing with you here. I'm just going to say, good work. Good work. No worries, Nintendo. We're on the Retro Nobody right now. This is Dean's channel. First off, very good dude. And he makes high quality videos about retro devices and video games and everything retro. which, like I was telling T-Belly, doesn't really sell on YouTube these days, unfortunately.
And you're making this big deal that, you know, oh, they're going away. Okay, you can still get them. You can go on Pirate Bay. You can go on torrent sites. Or whatever is there. I haven't torrented stuff in a while. Is Pirate Bay even still around? I don't know. You can get the stuff still. Okay, it exists. You know.
Man, I feel like Elton John's "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" is playing with everyone saying they're subbing to you, Dean. That's awesome. Jared.
Where did I get it from? And, you know, my buddy brought them over on floppy disk. Where did he get them from? Anonymous FTP. That's what it was at that point. There was file sharing was in its infancy at that point. I think, you know, Napster was around for music. I don't remember if, you know, but Anonymous FTP is what we did. I don't even know if that exists still. That was the thing we used, though, was Anonymous FTP.
Well, I will say I agree with you that ROMs are not going away. I'll agree with your title. But it is a little bit concerning with how big and powerful Nintendo is and how they're exponentially getting bigger, especially with the success of the Switch. It's a little bit concerning with how they protect their IPs. And it's funny because retro wasn't it wasn't trendy like 6 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Retro, the more time that passes, it seems like the more trendy it gets. And Nintendo's picked up on that. So they're going to protect their IP. And I firmly believe the only reason they're doing this right now is because their online service is going to incorporate a hell of a lot more than what they led on to initially with their game streaming. I think it's going to be basically like the Xbox Live streaming game service where you pay a monthly fee and you have access not to the entire NES library, but to a much larger library than what we all initially were expecting. And I think that's why they're cracking down so hard right now. It's no other reason. Why now? Like, why now? Why not 10 years ago? Why not 10 years from now? What is forcing Nintendo so much to push the crackdown on ROM sites right now? And I'm firmly believing that it's something to do with their online service. And I also think that's why they haven't announced much about their online service, because they're waiting to clear out all these ROM sites first, and then they're going to do something with it. But anyways, I digress. Let's go to Jared's page. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, me too, J-Love. Me too. Alright, so Jared, remind me, or I'll scroll through the chat to see what you said. Console Atari Lynx Part 1 or Console Game Gear? Let's do... First thing I'd say is, I know we've talked about this before, but your videos, the length is intimidating for the size of your channel. And I know you shouldn't look at the subscribers when making a video, but people do. People look at your subscriber count and they'll look at the length of your videos, and it's intimidating. It's intimidating. Doesn't mean they're bad videos. It just means people don't want to click on long videos if they don't know who you are. Yeah, no worries, Dean, for sure. Smash LT in the house. What's going on, Lucius Showcase? Another one of my favorite YouTubers out there. So underrated. Oh, that's a bit louder than most channels. I love your style. You have like a
podcast here. Now,
an
if
art
you listen to
too.
our show, and if not, you should. You know that we
The
love
intros.
vintage computers.
Wait, that's not you.
Apple, Atari, Commodore, ZX Spectrum. With 8-bit or 16-bit, we're all over it. But personally, I've still got a soft spot for my gaming consoles, especially the handhelds. And one of my absolute personal favourites is the Atari Lynx. Now, being that the Lynx was the brainchild of ex-Amiga engineers RJ Michael and Dave Needle working on behalf of Epix, a name utterly synonymous with vintage computer gaming, it absolutely has some seriously strong ties to the vintage computer era. But I digress. So Jared, here's my challenge. I've seen some of the fantastic consoleized systems you've done already, so I want to see how you go at expanding the Atari console family by creating the Lynx home console that never was.
Okay, so here we have the Model 1 and the Model 2. The one we're going to be modifying is the Model 1. So,
Man, that Model 1 is ugly as sin. I have the Model 2. I forgot what the Model 1 looked like.
There's 4 screws here. So
Alright, Dean, no worries. For sure, dude.
now we just lift this off, which is our battery holder. And we're left with the backlight, speaker, and the card reader here, which is where we're going to have to extend first of all. So that'll be the first protocol. We'll extend the card reader out so that it fits into the 2600 shell and has the card reader right here, and you just put your cartridge in through here. I'll make a little 3D printed screen.
This is a fun idea. So you put the Atari Lynx into the shell of an Atari 2600.
We're going to make things a lot easier.
You don't need an exciting voice for what you do. That's okay. I mean, look at Ben Heck. When Ben Heck does this kind of stuff, I feel like he is not that exciting, as you say. But it's the content is king with this.
Actually take the front off, and there you'll have it ready so you can just put it straight to the shell.
I think
Next, I'll remove the 2 wires off this.
what
to
you
make it
do is
easier for us
awesome.
while we're working. So
I think you need to
let's step
focus, because what you do takes so much time and so much effort. I would focus on the content, on what you're going to be doing, because that's what's going to draw an audience. Something that's trendy, something that's hip, something that doesn't
Okay, so now when we
exist
work on the
yet,
speaker, if we flip
which
it
this
over,
doesn't exist, but
we'll see some
nobody's
shells.
searching for an Atari
need to
Lynx
remove
being turned into an
these
Atari
solid
2600,
points.
and you
So,
need searchability,
Get this card reader slot out.
and I'm trying to think what you could do.
Turn to our old trusty friend, the desoldering gun.
Like if you did a video on
Gonna run it at about 400
putting a Nintendo Switch inside a PSP or something like that, that would be like mind-blowing. I don't even know how you would do that, but something that is so wild and so trendy. Or if you made like a portable download-only PS4 or Xbox One, a portable system with no disk drive, but it was able to actually just play the downloadable games, that would be fascinating.
And you get better access to the
Not saying that this isn't. It's just this doesn't garner the attention. Like if you did something like that, you'd have Kotaku, you'd have
desolder all these
I'm trying to off the top of my head, you'd have IGN and GameSpot. You'd have every big gaming site talking about you if you did something that wild and was successful about it. And I know it's not cheap, and I know it's definitely not easy. I don't even know it's possible, but that's kind of part of the fun, is doing something that people aren't sure is possible or not.
If we flip this now, we should just be able to pull it out, like so. Now what we're going to do is solder all the wires onto this and bring them from A to B, making it long enough so that we'll have an extended harness and we can have our games go straight to the top of it like this. And this just can be seated in nice and low.
I don't know. I mean, I agree, Yellow Kazoo. I think the title needs to be reworked, but I don't know if making it more general like that would be a good idea. I was thinking more something more YouTube salesy, like I turned my Atari Lynx into a 2600. Like, I feel like that would sell. That would make me want to click on the video more than... I don't even know what that title even means, what you have right now. The Consoleized Atari Lynx Part 1 featuring PPOT podcast. I'm taking myself out of knowing you. And I'm saying I don't know what that means. And if you wrote a title like, I turned an Atari Lynx... Or I turned an Atari 2600 into an Atari Lynx or something like that, I think that would relate a lot more to a general audience. Because this is great stuff, dude. It's just the title, I agree with Yellow Kazoo. It's just not a searchable title. It's not a friendly title. He put his what in an Atari? Exactly. Yeah, for sure, Nintendo. If I knew how to do stuff like this, I'd be doing this all the time. This blows my mind. And you do a really good job of editing and the cuts and telling people what you're doing throughout it. It's really good. That's incredible. God, that's painstaking work right there. Each individual wire plugging in. I am very jealous of this as well. Wow. That's pretty wild.
So
What's
you
up,
get
Retro
a
Lectors? How's it going?
Which by the time it's finished is not going to resemble an NES controller at all. And a cable which is pre-made with DB9 port.
See, I would say this is... I know you're doing the controller for it right now, but don't be afraid to show screen time of your face as the intermission and holding up the controller and the plug and connecting with the audience. Because the way it is right now, it's just so... It's so generic. There's no... This feels robotic almost. There's no human element to it.
Ends. So we're going to have... Cut one of the ends off this.
I agree with that as well, Nintendo. Now, I know it is a two-part, but I think what he's saying is this should be its own video. Like, what you just had right there should be the start, and then the controller should be its own video as well that you link to it. Say, hey, if you want to watch the controller being put together, watch that in the next video. Either that, or put the whole thing together in one gigantic video. But it's kind of weird splicing it up into two, but yet having different parts in each of them.
Bring it inside the controller, and the other end will plug into the console.
There's actually three parts. Okay. You're working on the third part right now. What's up, Chum Nasty? How's it going? I'm happy you caught my stream as well. God, I love this stuff. Great music, by the way. Yeah, exactly, Nintendo. Oh, is this Blood Dragon?
So our cable is sitting in here now with 9 wires.
I showed
we're
OB
going
on your
to
channel. What do you mean?
Leave this to cut an incision here, and the cable length the whole length of the controller, and you'll see why.
Like JT showed
So
OB
cut
on
it
my
here,
channel.
Strip all and expose all 9 wires.
Yeah, he does love the synthwave.
Okay, so we'll start laying these in, soldering them in place now. I'll write a color chart for our buttons and follow along.
Oh, like JT showed on my channel, I think you meant. On, right?
So we're not going to use all these points, but we'll put solder in all the holes anyway, just for ease. Then we'll come back and solder them all in.
Very true, DT. Very true.
With the
I will
wires,
cheers to
there'll be
that.
9 of them. You followed the chart before.
Alright. So you say more stage presence. Exactly. Don't be afraid to show your face and hold the stuff up and make a connection with the person watching the video. I feel like that would go so far with you, dude. because
case,
YouTube
first
is
one
all
we're gonna
about
look at is the ground.
you. It's all
That
about
is this
connecting
one.
with the
So if we flip it
individual.
over, you can see through here,
Okay, now I have one.
runs
Cheers.
and links up every one of these. Comes around here, comes to this, comes to these two. So that's probably the first and most important one we're going to solder in, and that's this one here.
I feel like your channel has kind of the vibe of, this might sound weird initially, but think before you say anything. You have the vibe of the gaming historian. And I love the gaming historian. But Norm shows his face, and he talks to the audience, and he makes a connection with the individual while he also discusses the history of stuff. And I feel like
Okay, so
that
all
would
our
go
wires
so
are in
far with
place
this
now.
channel if you made a connection with the viewer.
We've got it now.
And I don't mean like,
Wires off the
I don't mean go
entire
over the top with it, I just mean
Make an
like a
adjacent
few scenes where you're talking directly to the camera about what you're talking about.
adapter on a DB9, so it will go into this controller.
I love this 8-bit graphics. So what's going on right now though? Why is there an intermission? Is that an advertisement? What was
Okay, now let's wire in the DB9 plug. Put all 9 pins and use the frame and the shield as another transmitter. I'll show you how we do all that. We'll get started now.
Oh, okay. So it's basically like a teaser. That was a little bit confusing. This is one hell of a tutorial. Like, it's funny how you're combining like a full-on start-to-finish tutorial with attempting to be entertaining with it. That's a really, really challenging mix. Yes, this is the same video. Ah, gotcha, okay. Hey, what's up, Gen X Grown Up? How we doing? Thanks for coming by. We're smashing some videos tonight. I feel like it's weird, like the pacing of the video is weird. Like, I love all these intermissions and stuff, but it feels, I don't know, maybe it's just me. It feels a little bit out of place the way it's going.
Shield again, you had it back on. And what we have to do now is pin all the test points out.
But I don't necessarily know what to tell you on how to fix that, because it's not bad. It just, it feels like there's something off. But it does definitely make you unique. You're the only channel on YouTube that does this kind of stuff with the kind of art style that you do. Very unique channel, for sure. Reminds me of an art house film, if it was an art house film about soldering. Yeah. But I think that's enough of this video. Who, like you said, it's a hard challenge to keep it all, how do you say it, entertaining and informative. Exactly, it's a very delicate balance. Like, for me, and what I was telling Nintendo Direct earlier, and a whole slew of other YouTubers on here, it's challenging for us to talk about video game news and keep it entertaining. But this is in a whole nother universe, like tearing a console apart and keeping it entertaining. That's a challenge unto itself, because it depends on the audience you're going for. Are you looking for the casual audience that just wants to watch this to be entertained? Or are you going for the hardcore techie audience that's watching this to find out how to do it themselves? And unfortunately, if you're looking to grow, you need to steer the video into more casual without showing a step-by-step. And that would dramatically cut down the runtime of your videos. I almost wonder if, I don't want to say you could do both, but if you're looking to grow your channel, these long videos breaking down the step-by-step of each section is pretty intimidating. Yeah, having fast-forward cuts would be cool to speed up the tempo for sure. I agree with that. Maybe smaller bits and focus on one item, one piece. Exactly. You could make this an entire series of an episode if you want to make it entertaining and keep it in small bites. You could do one thing and just show that in an episode and then move on to the next one. Or you could do it the way, if it were me, the way I would handle this would be to cut it down to like a 6-minute episode and cut out every single step along the way. Like how you show yourself soldering each individual pin, I would just show myself soldering one pin and then fast forward through the rest of them and not individually write what each one is for, because the casual audience isn't going to care. Optimus Ponder, what's going on? I can see my beard hookers. Still looking, still looking. So there are two different directions you could go. You could make it very casual, or you could make it very in-depth and make a playlist out of it. Process videos like this can pace better with a montage and voiceover explaining what you're doing. Exactly. Exactly. Anyways, who's next? Who's next? Ah, okay, okay. That's a good idea. Because those are the videos that's going to draw your audience in. Exactly, Grumpy, exactly. Exactly, Gen X, just what Grumpy was saying, exactly. But yeah, Jared, this is great, dude. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying for this not being good, because it's awesome. I'm just thinking from a non-biased, casual audience perspective. The reveal comes up in a bit. Okay. See, like right now, I'm tempted just watching this to go to settings, speed, 2 times. See, like, I'm watching this in double speed, and I don't feel like I'm missing anything. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I should have been watching this video in double speed the entire time. Oh, very cool. It's working.
Guys, it's Jared here from Multitap and Avalanche Reviews. If you like what you've seen here, well, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon to stay up to date. For the other great content creators shown here, check in the description below.
Hey there, I'm Andy Last, and I host Beyond Synth, the best synth music chat show there is. And we're just thrilled to be associated with Retro Revolutions and all the cool stuff that Jared has going on there. And if you dig the kind of music that Jared plays when he's doing his awesome shit, you might want to check out Beyond Synth.
I've had people tell me how I'm not lazy game reviews, which I get, but still similar stuff. I don't ever let people tell you what you can and can't do. That annoys the hell out of me. That's been frustrating me lately for a lot. People tell me, like, they don't like how cocky I am because I'm not RGT and I'm not Woodhawker, so I'm not allowed to be cocky. I'm like, I'm not being cocky. This is who I am, and this is my channel, and I'm covering topics that I want to cover. Don't ever let your subscriber count dissuade you from what you want to do. So this is Discart, one of my favorite up-and-coming channels. Not sure how many of you are familiar with Discart. Good dude. You know what was weird is when I first started doing these live streams, there was an influx of new channels, and I feel like the new channels have kind of died off. Like, I wonder if YouTube has intimidated people and scared them to not want to be a part of the platform because it's just such an overwhelming task to try to be successful in the environment that they're presenting to creators these days. I don't think I watched this one, and I want to watch it.
Hey, welcome to Discord. Today I'm going to talk again about.
Whoa, you're talking too fast. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Whoa.
Hey, and welcome to Discord. Today I'm going to talk again about a few different ways that you can display your Nintendo Switch games and cartridges in your collection. This is part 3. Let's take a look.
Yeah, the first step to 4,000 watch hours is very intimidating. Especially because YouTube doesn't promote small channels whatsoever.
So
and yes, NES Addict and Discard both need to watch.
Multiple different cases. Actually holds 12 different cases. And this comes from a company called Adobe. But I've noticed when I'm searching around the internet that I see this same design coming from several different Chinese companies. So it's kind of one of these.
Thank you again, Jared, for the donation, dude. You're so kind. Seriously, thank you very much.
I'll put the link in the description to the item that I found. But I just keep in mind that there's several others out there on Amazon and eBay and others that are exactly the same item. But this is really great because you don't have to have bookends to hold up your games. And
one thing I'd say, Discard, is I've noticed, maybe it's because I'm watching a lot of your videos, because that's a good thing. That means you're doing something right. I've noticed a trend with your videos is you tend to have a fallback on saying similar catchphrases that really don't enhance the video at all. So be careful with falling back on saying, I like this because it's really great. I feel like you say that a lot and it kind of loses its meaning. Try to before you film, try to think of different phrases that will capture your feelings in an equal way that won't be repeating the same phrase all the time. It's not a giant thing. It's just, like I said, it's a minuscule thing, but you're so good now that I need to start nitpicking at you.
It works really well in that way. It allows you to put it on top of something and not have to use those bookends and not have to lean it against something else. And that's a really big plus, because then it's just your games hanging out there on top of whatever it is you're putting it on top of, and it looks really good. Another plus about these is that it actually came with 2 of the displays in one box. So
I'm glad you noticed it yourself. That means you're picking up on this and getting better on your own. That's good.
Collection of Switch titles for your average person, and that would be able to display them anywhere, which is a really cool idea.
I'm sure that's what it meant, Gen X.
And for the most
absolutely,
part,
Jay.
Is going to be on your games, and that
absolutely
works out really well. So we definitely recommend looking into these and checking them out. Now, I'm grouping a couple different ideas into one because they are single case holders for Nintendo Switch. And the first one are these tiny little mini holders that I found on Etsy. They're not the most polished thing. They say Nintendo. You can choose your color of them. They're pretty inexpensive and really cheap, but they hold a single case and allow you to put that case anywhere you want and kind of hold it up, and it does look really nice. Now, if you look up close on the...
No, I wonder if there's a way, if you can look up... YouTube does closed captions automatically for videos sometimes. If you could look up how many times you say the word really, you say the word really a lot. So try to catch yourself saying really too much and saying the word great too much. If you avoid the words really and great, not necessarily putting them together, but just in general, it would enhance your videos a great amount.
They're 3D printed and they're a little messy.
All right, Jay, you're next.
So just keep that in mind if you do decide to go out there and get these. The second single case holder is from Limited Run Games, and Limited Run Games just recently started doing Nintendo Switch titles, so they released a case that was made by Rose Colored Gaming, a fantastic company that makes some of the best displays out there. And this display
that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you strike me as a smart enough person to be able to do that. It's just a matter of mentally checking yourself while you're talking, and I have to remind myself of it often while I'm doing my videos too. That's why I know so well that I need to fix how I do it.
Exception to that at all. It's absolutely beautiful. It does have the Limited Run logo on it, but it makes a really nice display to show off that individual case and allow you to see.
And it's also one of those things that once a viewer starts to hear it, they can't unhear it.
All that box art. So the next idea is kind of a weird idea. I like looking for these kind of less conventional ideas out there and try to find if certain things will work when nobody's really looking at them in that way. And this is a glasses display, and it works really well. It's completely made out of acrylic. It's designed probably for in-store for somebody to display different types of glasses.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not a big deal. It's in the grand scheme, it's a tiny thing, but it's one thing that I'd say to critique your channel to put it to that next level.
To allow you to put more stuff in front of this display if you wanted to display more items. Overall, I wasn't expecting this display to actually work for too much, but I wanted to experiment with it.
Do what you gotta do, but like I said, it's not a big deal.
I was glad to see that Nintendo Switch games was one of the games that would work in this particular display. So definitely take a look at this if you want more options when you're displaying your games in your collection.
And you know why I think you say it so much? And it's a good thing. It's because you're so passionate. It's because you're so excited about it. And that's a good thing. So I don't want to be mean by saying that, because I can tell you're passionate, and a part of me kind of likes the charm of that because it's just so innocent. It's so like, not childish, but it reminds me of just like what it felt like to be that excited about something. So I'm not saying let it go and stop doing it completely, but just watch overdoing it, I guess. But yeah, definitely, if you guys are in the stream and you don't know Discard, definitely check him out. He's really, golly gee whiz, he is really good. Right, Gen X? Let me see. Have I seen every video you've done recently? I think I have. But I'll watch another one again. This one was good.
Hey guys, NES Addict here, and today I'm going to be doing a response video to Do You Nerd for my top 5.
And another thing I'd say, Discard, and this is something for everybody. This is kind of off topic to what we were just talking about, but it's something that I meant to tell you. Maybe I'll private message you. I don't know if I should private message you or say it out loud right now. I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad... Well, no, I'll say it out loud because it's not a bad thing. But for your Patreon, I love that you're doing a Patreon. I would encourage you to maybe open up a Patreon tier for $1 as well as $2. For me personally, because I participate in a lot of different Patreons, but I can't afford to participate much more than what I'm already giving to people. So having the tier of $2 kind of prohibits what people who might want to just give you a tip every month might dissuade them. Don't feel obligated to do that, but it's just something where I would be more inclined to join it. I'm not saying I'm not going to join yours at $2. I'm just saying I would be far more inclined to do it if you had a $1 tier, because how thinly stretched my budget is these days. But I want to do what I can to support.
Most expensive, loose, or complete in
What's
box
up, Captain Retro?
Super
What's up,
Nintendo
Krillin?
Games.
What's up, Level 1?
All that and more next. Alright guys, so I'm super excited to be tagged by Do You Nerd. They are one of my favorite channels. I love those guys. If you have not subscribed to their channel, please go check them out.
Oh, what whoa, what happened, Captain Retro? You got another strike? What the hell? I'm sorry to hear that, dude. What happened? Was it a video game playing? What was the strike about?
Link will be in the description below. They're awesome. I love them. Thanks for tagging me, guys. Let's get started. Alright guys, coming in at number 1 as my least expensive of my most expensive Super Nintendo games is a loose copy of Super Metroid. This game comes in.
I know
right
a lot of
about
people might not like the haters
$35
might not like how you talk, but I love how you talk, Jay.
If you haven't played Super Metroid, it's an amazing game. I suggest you go get it ASAP. Coming in at number 4 of my
It's
most
been going well.
expensive
It's been going
Super
well.
Nintendo
I'll be
games,
honest.
we have
Is it John I'm talking to from Gen X? I assume. It's when I started the Patreon, like the first 2 days of it, it like blew up. I got like $60 worth of Patreons, and then a month has gone by and I've gotten one more Patreon. So I was like, whoa, this is crazy reception from when I first started the Patreon. I was blown away. I mean, I got a lot of haters, a lot of people that come to my videos just to dislike them after I started a Patreon. But I don't care about them, whatever. It's more of just, I was blown away at the start and then kind of surprised of how it just kind of fell off. But thinking about it more, it makes sense because the people who are my Patreons right now are the people who have been asking me to do a Patreon for what feels like over a year now. So when I finally did it, they all jumped on board instantly. And yeah, no worries, Jay. I don't ever feel obligated to donate or join the Patreon.
Mega Man Soccer. I've played this game a few times. It's more of a casual pick up and play, but nothing feels better than scoring a goal with one of the robots from Mega Man. And it's also a lot of fun slide tackling with them too. And that's number 4 on my most expensive Super NES games. Coming in at number 3 at right about $79.82 on
Yeah, buddy, hit that like
PriceTraining.com.
button. Thank you, Chum Nasty.
We have Run Saber. Now, I haven't put a ton of time into this game, but I know at the end of the first level, you get to fight a freaking fighter jet.
You know what's
while it's
funny?
flying to the sky.
Gen X
Can you
is.
imagine trying to
I
hold
was
on
talking to
jet
a buddy of mine
whatever
who may or
top
may not
speed
still
it
be in the
goes,
stream
trying
right
to
now,
beat
but
it up and destroy it,
I wanted to wait till
it's
10,000
crazy.
before starting
But yes,
a Patreon
Run
because
Saber, number 3.
I didn't want to
Coming
start a
in at
Patreon and have it
number
fall
2,
flat on its face.
only complete in box game
But I had a ton of channels that were
Kirby
around
All-Stars.
2,000, 3,000 subscribers
I'm not
telling me
super
just to
huge
do
Kirby
it. If
fan,
I'm
to
going
be
to do a
honest with
Patreon,
you.
just do
I've
it.
played it a little bit.
And it will just
It's a
be
fun
there while
game.
you grow if people
For
want to
me,
contribute. And I'm like,
gotta be honest,
that's a
this
really
one's
good
just
point.
shelf
Like,
candy.
why not
But
just
complete
do it
in
and
box,
have it
it's
there if
worth
people want to
99
contribute?
bucks, according to pricecharting.com. All right, and
Should
for
they
number 1
smash
of
that
most
like button?
expensive Super Nintendo games, being priced at $176.28 on pricecharting.com, we have Castlevania Dracula X. I like
Hey,
Castlevania
Switchcraft is
Dracula
here,
X,
even though he's not
okay,
talking in the
I'll be
chat.
honest, I have not played this game nearly enough to warrant the price that I paid for it. I'm actually much more of a fan of Super Castlevania 4. By no means is this a bad game. And
Oh,
I
later,
definitely
J-Love. I didn't even
put
see
more
you were
time
leaving.
into it. But
Thank you so much for
there
coming
you
by. I
have it.
appreciate you, Jen.
My number 1 most expensive Super Nintendo game, Castlevania Dracula X. All right, guys. I hope you had
I can't
fun
believe
checking
how
out
much
my top
Dracula
5
X is
most
worth.
expensive Super NES games. I
At
don't
least
have
it's
a
kind
ton
of good. I
Super
can't believe
Nintendo
Mega Man
games. I
Soccer
actually
is
have
worth what it's
around
worth,
50
though.
or 60 games, but those are the gems out of the whole lot. I just want to thank Do You Nerd for tagging me in this video. And until next time, guys, and as always, take care.
I will say I love the ending with the, what's that, Super Mario Brothers 2, the music right now. I love it so much. My only critique for this video is a critique that doesn't make any sense, but this video is not going to bring in subscribers. It's just not. Like, people aren't going to search this topic and find you and care about you, except for maybe the people that are found from the person that tagged you. If you want to grow and get bigger faster, focus on the actual topic that you want people to click on. Something that, not necessarily clickbait, but think about yourself when you watch YouTube, what you want to watch. And now, obviously, you might say, well, I want to watch the 5 most expensive Super Nintendo games. But if there are 10,000 different YouTubers that are making that video, what's going to make somebody pick yours? So what do you want to watch and what doesn't already exist? That perfect intersection there is what's going to get you subscribers. Are there too many YouTubers? No. Are there too many YouTubers that want to be multi-millionaire success stories? Absolutely. No, that's fine. I didn't mean that. I'm just saying if you want to grow, these videos are fine, but it's not going to bring you subscribers, and you probably already know that. I have a Patreon, but never really post about it. I don't upload frequently, so I felt shady taking money when I don't. Yeah, if I wasn't uploading frequently, I would return money to people. I feel like they're donating to me because they enjoy my content. And if I'm not making content that they enjoy, I'm going to cancel my Patreon and send their money back and refund them, because that's not what it's all about. It's all about they are encouraging me to move forward and make more videos. So yeah, I totally hear that. Is Mel Jesus going to appear behind you demonstrating a mosh pit Slayer song? I wish. Yeah, I mean, yes and no, Captain Retro. Kevin, I people see through that. I've learned, because I've gone that route and people have seen through it. So I'm kind of reeling myself back now, where I was going over the top just for the sake of being over the top. And I think my moment of realization, my moment of clarity, was the whole Dreamcast guy situation. Not necessarily because I was wrong about that, but it just kind of let me know my place and how to capture an audience better is to focus on connecting with them and treating each person like an individual, instead of thinking that I'm going to be big time, because let's face it, I'm not going to be big time. It's just not going to be happening. You need to be honest with your audience. You need to connect with them. You need to you need to feel like you're in the room with them. Like when I'm talking with you guys on this live stream right now, even though I don't hear your voices, I'm reading the chat and I feel like we're all in the room right now together. And that's what I love about YouTube, and that's what I want more of. I need to be over the top, not little pixel. You need to keep doing what you're doing, because whatever you're doing is working, dude. There we go. You weren't wrong about that. I was sad you caved so fast to peer pressure of a bunch of baiters coming down on you. I mean, hindsight's 20/20. I think it's fascinating how after that video was made, a certain other YouTuber made a video about a situation where someone else was doing plagiarism, and I was like, well, that's interesting, because I got quite bitched at for doing the same type of thing, but because I wasn't held in such high regard, I was the bad guy. But it is what it is. Yeah, mad little pixel, you don't know what you're doing. You definitely know what you're doing, dude. And Mad Little Pixel is my newest person that I am a Patreon to, because I love his content so much. So if you guys are not familiar with Mad Little Pixel, definitely check him out. Well, thank you for that, I think, Kevin. I appreciate the sentiment. That's what I miss most about your channel. Glad you're coming back to the Jedis. Yeah, exactly. I kind of lost myself for a little bit there. I'll be honest with you guys, but it wasn't too long. It was only about a month where I lost myself, and you know, reality hit, and I came back to earth. So it is what it is, and I love you guys. I love all you guys. So, anyways, enough being sappy. Who's next? Who's next? What do we got going on? I smell a chat fart. I don't know. I've been humbled. I don't know if I've returned. Yes, Retro Revolutions. I know. If I could hug you, I would. Retro Lectors, you got it. You're the only reviewer I know on YouTube with actual gaming industry credentials. That's a good point. Don't let that get lost on people. I think there's a lot of people out there that pretend like they've worked in the game industry, but they just make videos. But more power to them. I don't feel like you need to work in the game industry to be successful on YouTube. I've just worked in the game industry because I love video games so much. I always get a kick out of when people say Metal Jesus worked in the game industry. It's like, well, he worked at Sierra, but he did like taxes. He didn't actually work on video games there. Sending you a jacket soon or shirt? What? Dude, I would wear the hell out of that. You have the same 5 or 6 channels doing their identical videos within an hour of each other. That club is trash. No, but it gives credence to your opinions. Yeah, I guess. Actually unsubbed IGN recently. They're oversaturated right now. I wonder, actually, before we do this... Hold on. Wait, where is it? Nope, not that. Not that. That's going to be me. I wonder, actually... Not that. Where is my... The heck is it? Oh, wait, hold on. It's probably Social Blade. I've never been subbed to RGN. Used to visit their site, read the Walking Dead show reviews. That was it. I used to go to those websites so much before I started YouTube. Now I never go to them. Have you seen the new Letterman jackets I made? No, I haven't. I don't think. Have I? There's a theory Metal Jesus doesn't even play video games. You know, I know for a fact he does play video games. But I also know, being a YouTuber, how torn my time is with video games. So there is some credence to that. You can't... What channel is IGN? My goodness. Why is this so hard to find IGN? Yeah, IGN's a channel. Are they not on... Why is IGN not on Social Blade? What is going on here? Maybe I can find it here. Hold on. I'm interested to see how many subscribers they lost. I can't type. Here we go. Wow, they've been gaining... Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. That is insane. I am shocked. I am shocked. Hey, what's up, Brad? Hold on a second. Gen X Gaming held a panel at recent gaming convention about our experience in the first year of working a series YouTube channel. Made it into a series that will run next week. Awesome. Looking forward to that. Help my channel. I only use clickbait titles, but still no views. Well, if the clickbait titles are not interesting topics, people aren't going to click on them. Anyways, Retro Lectors, you still here? Sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Mike from the Retro. Today I'm doing a pickup video of games that I picked up because I have them already installed on my system and I like to have the physical
I missed
version.
that. What was that?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Mike from the Retro. Today I'm doing a pickup video of games that I picked up because I have them already installed on my system and I like to have the physical version of that same game. Or some of these games are games that I've just picked up because I wanted them, and some of these games are picked up for just flip purposes. But we'll get right into it right now and start off with Titanfall.
Have some music here. Why is it so silent?
I know this is an old game, I probably can't even play it anymore, but I have it installed on my Xbox.
Can you
One,
guys hear this?
I always wanted it physical, so I went to GameStop. They had it for like $1.51 for Canada Day. They were giving this and a few other games.
Later, Captain Retro.
So it's something that's gonna probably go onto my shelf. I had a lot of fun when I did play it. It did get very tiresome very fast because there wasn't very much content.
Yeah, Chum Nasty, I'm loving Octopath Traveler, but it's still...
Next up is a game that I've heard
It's frustrating to me.
because of the first
It's a great game.
I had to pick up the second.
Let me catch myself. It's a very, very good game. I don't know if it's a great game. There's some things in it that are just kind of like...
I picked this up at EB Games.
I don't know.
For like $15, probably less than $15.
It's
And I've
right
heard
in
the story,
between
I mean,
very, very good and
the
great.
online is a little bit better for the gameplay. So when I found out that this was a cheap game, I wanted to pick it up, and I can't wait to play it. But I have a game that's pushing...
I mean, here's the thing. You're saying the word game a lot, and it's fun to hear the ding and how many times you did it, but it almost loses the point of the video. Like you're poking fun at yourself. Whoops. What? I just clicked on Best Buy. Sorry about that.
Fast because there wasn't very much content to the game, but it was a great game nonetheless. I enjoyed it a lot. Next up is a game that I've heard a lot about, and because of the first game, Titanfall, I had to pick up the second.
So definitely add some background music to this part.
I picked this up at EB Games.
Oh, thank you, Kevin. Yes, definitely click the like. Thank you so much.
And I heard the story in the main campaign is fantastic, and the online is a little bit better for the gameplay. So when I found out that this was a cheap game, I wanted to pick it up, and I can't wait to play it. But I have a game that's pushing back a lot of these games, and for good reason. The game that's pushed it back is something that I can't stop playing. It's so good. The story basically rivals movies. I'll get into that a little bit later on. Next up, I picked up...
You could really benefit from some background music on this. And especially during these parts, where it's just silence.
Another game I'm dying to play.
Oh, the volume is there, levels are low. Well, yeah, definitely turn that up. And here's the thing. Before you post a video, I don't know if you were here when I was talking to the Retro Nobody about this. Before you post a video, before you publish it, watch it. And make sure that these obvious things are not missing or are present, depending on what we're talking about. So that before you click that upload button, it's good, because once you do that, you're not going to unpublish it. It's there. So take your time.
I've heard nothing but great things about it. It's a lot different from the first 3. So this one I'm really looking forward to getting into, but I have to wait until I finish the next game that's going to be on this list. Final Fantasy 15. Another game I heard so much about. Great game. Looking forward to actually cracking into this and delving probably the 100.
And obviously the same thing I said to Discard. watch your verbiage and make sure you
play this game.
are not repeating yourself and using the same word and nomenclature throughout a video. Now, I know this is you're kind of making fun of yourself with putting how many times you did it.
40, 50, 60, even
but
100-hour games that I want to play and can't divulge that much time.
But I'm looking at this from a viewer coming to your channel for the first time.
Like I said, when I pick up a game, I like to play them
it's
all.
Just,
for the most part, if I do enjoy it, and the game that I am playing and I am enjoying, and I've taken a lot.
It's a little bit too much. But I will say, I do really appreciate your tone. From last time we talked, I remember how aggressive you were talking to the camera, and now it's a lot more soothing. It's way more calm down and relaxed, and I like this a lot better than it was.
An amazing game. The story is so good. It rivals movies, like I said. The writing is so good. The continuous scenes of things that you wouldn't think that they would grab notice to, they actually notice. It's a lot of, great writing and great storytelling in this game. If you haven't played it, oh my god, what a great game. I'm so glad that I actually picked this up. Probably one of my favorite games of this generation. It's a masterpiece, and I'm probably going to say it's rivals Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Even though they're 2 different games, I think this game is blows that one out of the water.
The truth shall set you free.
This is just a fantastic game. These games are masterpieces in their own right. I just need to finish and play a game to its entirety.
I would say
at least
I would say that if someone's going to be watching this video, give them information about your pickups that's going to make them want to play the game more than just saying this game is awesome because I like this game because it's really awesome. Or because this game's better than Breath of the Wild. It's really awesome. Why is it awesome? What captured you when you were playing the game? What caught your attention that really sold you on it, that really made it that great? Tell us the trials that you went through with it on what made it so amazing. People watch YouTube for you, on your experiences. Don't be afraid to tell them that.
Main campaign until I go in and enjoy another game. It's just the way I am. I have to play a game and enjoy it and experience it. If I'm going to spend the money,
get some synthwave
and enjoy the story, if there is a story at all. Well, anyways, please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks, guys.
Very cool, very cool. I mean, you've come a long way in a short period of time, dude. Seriously. That's way better than the last time I watched a video of yours. It has been a while since I watched one of yours. Avedon. I overhauled my homepage, worked on my SEO much since January. That thumbnail, bro, that thumbnail's amazing. 12,000 views? What? Give it up to Avedon. 3 weeks ago, approaching 13,000 views from a reaction video. Wow. Wow. Way to go, man. I am happy for you. That is awesome. That is awesome. F yeah. Hey, I'm one of your homies? Thank you. Last one on the list. Just made the cut. Thank you so much, dude. All these people are awesome. Dude, look at these views you've been getting, man. I love it. This, I feel like you should take this cutout of your reaction here and just make this your default image for whatever background you have for a reaction, because that look on your face right there is so great, so priceless. I kind of want to watch this.
What's happening, people? This is Avedon.
Yeah!
Welcome to another episode of Avedon Reacts today.
That intro, look at you jumping right into it. What is up, everybody? That is great.
This is something that we've kind of all been waiting for, but I didn't know he was going to get it this early. We are going to watch the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie trailer, the English dub. I am hyped for this. I've been saying this Broly looks more menacing, looks more sinister, looks more intelligent than the last Broly. The last Broly was cool, but he was just a powerhouse, just ready just to knock everything out. But this Broly, I'm ready. So let's just get ready. Let's just get ready for this, man. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. If you can't tell already, I'm hyped. So let's go.
Oh, that's funny, Krillin.
So tell me, Yoku, why do you seek even more strength than you have already?
The tournament of power opened my eyes. No way I can stay at the same level I'm at now. I'm fired up. That must be the guy. I don't know who he is, but his energy's absurd.
Okay. Yo. 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 Yo, he's still.
This is going to be tougher than we thought. Yeah, I can't wait.
Yo, okay. Oh, snap! Yo! Yes! Yes! The story of the unknown Saiyan. Yes!
I love how real you are. It's so pure.
Yes, I am ready for this, guys. I am ready.
I'll be honest, Avedon. When I first saw a couple of your reaction videos, I was kind of like, kind of feels a little bit fake. Kind of feels like he's going over the top just to be over the top. And I feel like you toned it down, and it was so real this time. This was good, dude.
That looks sick. That looks sick, y'all. Yeah, I may have to watch that again. Yo, hold up. Run that back. Let's see if I miss anything.
What I'd see if you can do is look on eBay or Amazon or wherever, Walmart, I don't even know, but get one of those pop-up green screens that you can just like unfold and open up behind you, and do a green screen so that when you're reacting, it's just going to be you in the corner with this actually the main draw, because you're doing a react and it's kind of like it's cutting a piece of you off and people are watching the trailer and you, so. But that's just what I would suggest to improve it. Yeah, if you guys aren't subscribed to Retro Revolutions, definitely subscribe to them.
This is really after the Tournament of Power, so I'm hyped for this. So this is a really canonical story because it's preceding the Tournament of Power. Okay, this is definitely dope.
I don't know who he is, but his energy's absurd.
This dude is straight savage, man. Alright, so at least Vegeta's not scared of him anymore. Yo.
This is going to be tougher than we thought. Yeah, I can't wait.
That picture right there, that looks so tough. And he still has the green Super Saiyan energy. Yes. Oh man, I'm hyped. I am absolutely hyped for this. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait for this.
I'm not even into Dragon Ball and you got me hyped for it. Rarest potato known to man. That's a clickbait title?
Yo, what's up, baby? This is B-Rap from Dude here. Chilling at the Walmart. What?
Alright, Chris is getting some games. We're doing a little trade. For some games. 3 games that I needed. See those. I'm going for all the Mega Man games. Mega Man and Bass. Paperboy 2, which is actually going... How much did you say this was? It was like 20 bucks? It's like 20 bucks now. I need it in the collection. And then another one that's a little more difficult to find that I never see.
So I'd say, Brad, if you're looking to grow your channel, this video seems a little bit too casual. It's just kind of like we're just recording a video of us talking about games and throwing it up on YouTube. And those are a dime a dozen. This would have been great 10 years ago, but nowadays it's just so competitive and there's a gazillion of these out there. There's
The Mega Man Zero collection on the DS. It's got all 4 of the...
like add gameplay
all 4
footage,
of the Zero games on it.
steady the
Chris is
camera,
actually getting
better lighting.
the better deal, I think, even though we just looked up all of these Super Nintendo games, and for some reason they're all going down in price. I don't know why. I'm blaming
Yeah, no worries, Avedon, for sure.
Super Nintendo Classic. I'm blaming that.
Because of it, I'm getting some classics. We got here.
What you got?
Contra 3. Zombies. Hate My Neighbor.
Don't look at my princess sign over there.
Ha!
And Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
That's some great games right there.
It's not a bad trade.
Nope.
Bad trade for me. Chris got some good games though.
Nah, it's fair.
It's fair. It worked out. Peace.
Oh man, that's the Amazing Tater. I heard about that game. I'd say if your video's about that, then cut out that whole intro and just go for this, because that's what people are interested in.
What's up, guys? It's a little rainy today. Hopefully this rain will bring us some luck. Maybe there won't be a whole lot of people out today. We got some mail. Got a couple of Sega Saturn imports here. Also a very extremely rare PS1 game that I've been wanting for a while. So we got 3 Sega Saturn titles here. Darius Gaiden.
There's some gameplay footage. There we go.
Fucking amazing shooter. Obviously, we went with the Sega Saturn version, the Japanese import version. We got the action replay to play those games on there. The North American Sega Saturn version is going for about 75, 80 bucks, which is a little too expensive for me. Japanese import, we got a really good deal on it. It ended up being about 18, 20 bucks, so I felt that was probably the best way to go with that game because I've been wanting to play it, but I'm not going to pay $80 for it for the North American
Well,
version.
Kirsten's
I saw
fine
some
if
gameplay
that's your
on this,
audience. It doesn't matter.
And I was like, that looks really fucking badass because I love my fighters, and they look crazy as shit. So
okay, maybe you do swear
got
a
a
little
really
too
good
much.
deal on this one, and this one's starting to get up there too. So if you can find it cheap on eBay, I recommend picking it up. But that is Waku Waku 7.
Never heard of this game, but it actually looks pretty fun. What's up, Wrestling with Gaming? Yeah, I'd agree with that, Grumpy.
Crazy ass characters. But me and my buddy got to play this, and it's actually a really good fucking game. So if you can find it on the cheap, anywhere from like 20 and 30 bucks, it's
Try to
not
work
a
on
bad
your
deal. So
enthusiasm levels, because it
starting to get up
seems a
there.
little bit
So you might wanna
drab
pick
the
it
way
up.
you.
So do you
It's
ever get
almost
really
like
drunk and just start bidding on shit on eBay? And then
I
you
wouldn't
forget
say you're
about it,
rambling. I'd say
the
it
bid
sounds
ends,
just a little monotone.
and then you owe them money. Well, that was
I'm not
kinda what
saying be
happened
over the
with this one.
top fake, but just have a
Obviously,
little
I
bit
haven't
more
played it yet
excitement while you're
because
talking.
It is still sealed. There is a crack on it though. $5. And I guess nobody wanted it, so fuck it, I'll take it. But that is Cube Battler on the Sega Saturn. And then one PS1 game that I've been looking for a while that I have missed out on. The story behind this one, we sold some shit on eBay, and kind of what I like to do is keep my PayPal, whatever I got in my PayPal account, that's kind of my eBay spending money. So we try to use that just for our game funds, not spend a whole lot. You know, I'm not a fucking millionaire. I'm doing this shit for fun. So if you can make your collection pay for itself, why the fuck not do it? And that is the case in this one. The guy, this did cost a little bit. This was a little bit. I mean, this is about a $70 to $80 game. And the guy, I sent the guy a message for a best offer. Basically, the guy pretty much told me to fuck off. 2 weeks later, messaged me back and says, hey, I'll do this for $60, but he had $7 shipping on it. And I said, I'll do it for $60 if you drop the shipping. The guy said, no, I'll cut the shipping in half. Pretty much it was just a bunch of bullshit. We just went back and forth for like an hour over $3 fucking is what it ended up being, the difference. And talked the guy down to $60, so I can't wait to get into this. But that is Skull Monkeys.
Skull Monkeys. Never played this one. I heard about it. That looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, look at that. It's got the lenticular cover on it.
That's pretty cool.
It's fucking sick. Been wanting to play this for a while, so super excited about that. But anyways, let's go try to find some games. It's been absolutely terrible today. Haven't found anything. usually when I come to this area,
Thank you so
find
much for
something by
subscribing,
now.
Historic Nerd.
But I just looked across this strip area. Brand new game exchange just opened. We're about to run over there and check that shit out. So let's go. Boom. Damn, and I was about to go home too. Thank God I came over here. Brand new game exchange.
Dang, that's a lot of games. Look like they're all crap games too. Those are all crap games. I see like 1 or 2 decent ones. That's funny. Oh, Avedon, I am jealous, dude. I wish I could be there with you. Say what's up to everybody and have a great time, dude. I'm gonna actually be ending this stream too, guys. I said I was gonna do it for 2 hours. We're now at 2 hours and 34 minutes. We're 34 minutes further than what I was gonna do. I love doing these so much. I gotta do them more often. It's just tough with the time at the house. But but yeah, this is good stuff, Brad. This is good stuff, dude.
Never seen that before. Yeah, it's apparently the most
$300 for an amazing tater.
for any of the Game Boys.
Good.
It's like it,
God.
and then like Shantae, and then like.
Oh, thanks so much, Avedon. You too, buddy.
Yeah, it's great.
Alright, so we took our $1 to $2 games that we picked up, the random trash. I think it was about 10 to 15 games, something like that. Ended up getting $46 store credit.
Recommend live streaming the Philips CDI.
I passed this game up a long time ago, and I'm trying to get as close to a complete NES collection as possible. There's a bunch of trash out there. I've got most of it already. I'm sitting at like 400,
And this is
close to
Crazy Max
450 right
Jackson.
now, NES titles. I passed this up.
Well, it is an
About 2
honor to
years
have
ago.
wrestling with gaming in
It was like
this
$12.
stream.
I thought it was too much back then, but we picked up, it's a decently okay copy of Vice Project Doom.
All right,
Good-ass
Brad.
game,
Well,
too.
thank you for making the video, dude. Appreciate you. Very cool. All right. Well, that is where I'm going to end the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we'll have to do this again soon sometime. Let me see. What else did I have to say? Oh, yeah. I started a Patreon if you aren't familiar with it, if you're interested in supporting the channel. For as low as $1 a month, $1 measly dollar a month, you too can be a smasher. All right, I'm not really good at self-promotion when it comes to advertising for money, but if you guys are interested, it's there. Nightbot just posted it, so I don't need to, but check it out. And yeah, if you guys want more of this stuff, let me know. Hit me up on the Patreon area. And Retro Revolution is telling me to show or hide that. I will show that. And have a pleasant day yourself as well. But yeah, though, thank you everyone for coming by. Historic Nerd, thank you for the sub. Retro Revolutions, T-Belly, and Avedon, thank you for the donations. You guys are amazing. I will be streaming maybe this weekend a video game. If I got the time, I'll play a game. We'll see what happens. But until next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one.